Neighbours here. Hi, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are from. Great. So it's just so amazing looking at all these chats coming through from all over the place. Goodness gracious.
It's really exciting. So Graeme, before I just turn it over to you, I'll be here to help. I'll be here behind the scenes. Call my name and I'll hop up for any reason. Just also wanted to say thank you for making this lesson free. Graeme teaches an ongoing weekly lesson at LBO, but it is a pleasure and a goal to make free content and free lessons from time to time as we can available. So Graeme, thank you for making this one free for everyone. And thank you again to everyone who's joining us from all over the world. It's crazy time. So you being here means a lot. And let me know however I can help. I'll be here. Thanks, Graeme.
Okay, cool. Let's go. Well, everybody, this is going to be fun. We're going to play a bit and we're going to win some tricks. So it's easy enough to win tricks with aces and kings, right? You bang down those aces and you bang down those kings. The trouble is there's just not enough of them. More aces, more kings we need. But it's not going to happen. So our job as bridge players, in both defense and when we are declarer, we've got to win extra tricks. We've got to find a way not just to take the obvious winners. When I started playing, I found it really helpful to sort of think of the common ways of getting extra tricks. And the way I started thinking about it, which really I found really helpful, was that there's really three ways. There's really, everything falls into one of three categories. You can get extra tricks by ruffing. Okay, ruffing just means trumping. So you play a side suit and you play a trump. So you are ruffing with a trump. So that's one way to get an extra trick. You can, what else? And please feel free to just chat away as I'm talking here because I can sort of read what you're saying too. Finessing. Finessing is another way to get extra tricks. I'm sure you're familiar with finessing. Tricks from length, establishing a long suit. That's really the third way to get extra tricks. So we've got ruffing, we've got finessing, and we've got tricks from length. Now, there's a bit of a difference in those three things when you think about it, because when you ruff something, when you play a trump, you get instant, you get an instant trick, instant gratification. You play a trump, bingo, you've got one trick. Or you take a finesse and the finesse works, whoa, or it doesn't work, not so good. But instantly you've got one more trick. So finessing and ruffing are kind of easy to understand. They happen instantly. Tricks from length, in order to get a trick from it with a 2 or a 3, that takes a little bit of extra work. You've got to plan a little bit further ahead for that sort of thing. And we'll be talking about how to do that. Bridge teachers, I'm sure whatever part of the world you're from, you'll know that bridge teachers always talk about make a plan, make a plan. You see the dummy and you make a plan. Count your winners, count your losers, and make a plan. In reality, that's kind of pretty hard to do. It's hard to think ahead, and we'll be trying to build up a routine to make that easy for you to do too. So how can you win tricks with those little cards? The concept's pretty simple, really. If your opponents have got none of the suit left and you're the only one with any cards in the suit, then you've got tricks. So your job as declarer or defender is to try and make the opponents run out of a suit. That's how you get your extra tricks, right? So how can you make that happen? Well, what we're looking to do, we're always looking to find the suit that our side has the most cards in. We're looking for our longest suit, and therefore that'll be the opposition's shortest suit. We just keep playing our long suit, they're going to run out. So Bashir sent a hand out for you to try, and some of you will have played this hand in probably 3 no trumps. If you saw that one, you can let me know how you got on. I know some of you may have found it really easy, and some of you will have found it a little bit of a challenge. It's okay. I'm going to take a look at it together. It doesn't matter if you actually played that hand or not. Let's take a look at that hand together, and we can start building up the idea of building up extra tricks. Now, although we're talking about the opening lead today, we're focusing on the lead. I think it's really important to see how we're always trying to develop extra tricks through length, whether we're declarer or defender. Okay, here we go. So I've got, it doesn't matter what system we're playing here. I'm going to open that 1 club. We're a bit strong to open 1 no trump, and especially if you're playing Acol 12 to 14. 1 club, 2 clubs, and I'm just going to bid 3 no trumps now. Right, so here's our dummy, and let's just take a look at this and have a quick look through that hand and think how you might play it. Just go through the normal routine. Let's count our winners and think how we might play that hand. First thing is, let's count up our tricks, and we can see we're going to win 3 spade tricks. We've got the ace and the king and the queen. So we're going to win 3 spade tricks. And we've got the ace, king, queen of hearts. So we're going to win 3 heart tricks. And we've got the ace, king of diamonds. So we're going to win 2 diamond tricks. That's 8 tricks. That's not enough. We need 9 tricks. Can you see where the 9th trick might come from? Well, the 9th trick is going to come from clubs. Now, this looks really strange, but I think it's a really instructive hand. What we're going to do here is play clubs, because we've got 6 spades between the 2 hands, 6 hearts between the 2 hands, 6 diamonds between the 2 hands. We've got 8 clubs between the 2 hands. So I'm going to play a club, lose the lead. I'm going to win the lead back again with a heart, and I'm going to play another club. And I'm going to lose the lead, win the lead back again, and I'm going to play another club. And I'm going to win the lead back again, and I'm going to play another club. And by now the opposition have run out of clubs. So that 9 of clubs ends up being our 9th trick. And we can see we've got 2 hearts left and 2 spades left. Now that's a pretty cool hand, isn't it? And a lot of people struggle with that hand because it just doesn't seem, we look at that club suit and it just doesn't seem that flash. Sometimes when you are playing, people often talk about the importance of losing the lead. It's important to lose the lead early. Well, let's think about what good losing the lead actually does. You don't actually win tricks. Losing the lead doesn't actually give you extra tricks. The reason you're losing the lead is that you are trying to establish your long suit. Notice too on this hand how important it is to lose the lead while we've still got the stoppers in the other suits. If we play all our aces and kings too soon, then we're not going to get the lead back. Now, Dominic R has asked a really good question. What happens if the clubs break 4-1? So we can see on this hand that East started with 3 clubs and West started with 2 clubs. So bridge geeks call that a 3-2 break. Okay, so clubs broke 3-2 on this hand. Does anyone know, or even if you don't know, have your best guess, what percentage of the time do you think a club suit is going to break 3-2 as opposed to 4-1? What do you think? Just have a stab in the dark. Oh, Michael, that's not a stab in the dark, Michael. That's exactly right. 68% of the time. So it's more than 50. It's less than 75. 68% of the time, call it 2/3, the club suit is going to break 3-2. How often do your finesses work? How often does a typical finesse work? Well, it's 50% of the time. Right, so there's no guarantee that the club suit's going to break, but the club suit is going to break 3-2 about 2/3 of the time. So it's your best shot on this hand. Okay, so that's our guiding principle. Now we're looking for, we're going to follow that theme through and see how we go. I'm going to spin this hand around now, and well, not quite spin it around, but now let's take a look from the point of view of the defenders. So here I'm going to pass. Don't worry at all about the bidding. I mean, you might have chosen to do something there. It doesn't matter. I've just chosen to pass here. So 1 diamond pass, 1 heart pass, 2 no trumps, pass, and 3 no trumps. And it's our lead. So, you know, you've heard many bridge, I'm sure your teachers have told you many times, all sorts of bridge rules: lead your longest and strongest against no trumps, 3rd hand high, 2nd hand low, return your partner's suit, all that sort of thing. It's important not to follow those rules just because your teacher told you to, or just because you're supposed to. Got to understand why we're doing those things. And so I'm going to lead a club on this hand. Why am I going to lead a club? Why am I not going to just bang down my aces against this 3 no trump contract? I'm going to lead a club. Why? What am I doing there? Right, I'm leading a club because it's my longest suit. Now take a second here, because this is really important. We're always taught to lead our longest suit. But this is really important. It's not that we're just leading our longest suit. What we're trying to do is find the suit that we have the most length between our 2 hands. We're trying to find the suit that north and south, or my partner and I, we're trying to find our combined longest suit. That's really important. The reason I choose a club is because that's likely to be our combined longest suit. So I'm going to North wins that, plays a club back. Why did North lead a club back? Again, this is really important, and I know you'll be familiar with the idea of leading a club back, but I want to just really think it through here. Some people think you're supposed to return your partner's suit because it's kind of etiquette. Or, you know, partner's going to be upset if you don't return that suit, or there's some sort of a crime if you don't return partner's suit. But North is returning that club suit because he also thinks that clubs are our longest combined suit. So we're doing the same thing here. We're just attacking our longest suit. And that's 3 tricks. Just got to follow suit here. And a few of you are asking about why did I not leave the 4th down. I'm going to come to that in just 1 second. And that's great. So that's 2 tricks, that's 3 tricks. There's 4 tricks because we're attacking our club suit, and there's 5 tricks. So we are down 1. North didn't return the suit because it was the done thing. North returned the suit because he thought that was where we were going to get our extra tricks. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you a third hand here. This time, partner's on lead, and partner leads the 3 of clubs. I'm going to win the queen. Now what? Have a think about that hand. How are we going to defend this hand? Partners lead a low club against 3 no trumps, and we've won the queen. What next? What are we going to do next? So your teachers probably told you, you probably learned that you win the lead and you always return your partner's suit. But instead of always returning partner's suit, we've got to think about what suit we're likely to have the best length in. What's going to happen if I return a club here? What's going to happen if I return a club? What's going to happen if I return partner's suit? 2 or 3 tricks down the track. Think this through for a second. Right, if I play a club, partner's going to, it looks like partner's got the ace and king of clubs. What's going to happen if we keep playing clubs? It's going to promote dummies clubs, right? If I keep playing clubs, that's 2 tricks for us. That's 3 tricks for us. Now, all we've done by returning partner's suit this time is we've set up that jack of clubs as a trick for declarer. Let's try this again. And this time, knowing that I'm going to set up a club trick for the defense if I keep playing clubs, I'm going to switch to, well, you could try a heart. I think Queen of Spades looks pretty good. Now notice that having taken these spade tricks, this worked out very well. We've still got those clubs later, for later. Oh, actually, I think we're going to get even more club tricks now. Okay. So let's just have a little pep talk for a second. We don't need to see a hand for this one. I know your teacher's often telling you, return your partner's suit, and your partner's upset at you, you get it drilled into you, but you can see that's not what we really want to do. We want to think and try and find our longest suit between the 2 hands. To lift your bridge up to the next level, you really got to stop following those rules of thumb all the time. Now, if you have a partner that you play with regularly, I really think it's worthwhile to have a bit of a chat about this and say, look, of course, we're going to understand the rules and we're going to follow them where we can, but let's allow ourselves to think and even make a mistake. Allow yourself that freedom not to just blindly follow those rules all the time, even if now and again you do make a mistake. I think it's a really good discussion to have with your favourite partner. Just allow yourselves the freedom to make a mistake and support each other. Okay, so a few of you have been asking about leads, about which card to lead. Let's take a look at some examples of what card to lead and Why? Joanna Clancy's saying, can bots make an error? Oh yeah, they sure can. I mean, bridge is a hard game for computers and humans. So it's good to have that chat with your partner and say, yep, I'm going to think, and I'm sometimes going to make a mistake. So please support me, and I'll support you. Such a great chat to have. Okay, so here we are in 2-note trumps, 3-note trumps, pass, 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 and we've got to choose the lead from the south hand. As declarer, when we're declarer, we can see our own hand and we can see the dummy. So we can see our combined resources. When we're defending, we can't. So as defenders, we need to find ways to communicate what our holding is in each suit. It's our lead against 3-note trumps, and we've got this heart suit. We've got two choices here. Some of you will probably want to lead the Queen of Hearts or a high heart, and some of you will want to lead the 6 of Hearts, the 4th highest heart. Let's start by leading the 6 of Hearts and just see what happens. Just going to show you all 4 hands here. If I lead the 6 of Hearts, well, that's not too good. We lost a trick to the 9. I'm going to redeal that. And this time, I'm going to lead, well, Queen Jack or 10. I'm going to lead the 10. Now, hold that thought for a second. I know it doesn't seem to matter which one I lead, and some of you will be itching to tell me to lead the Queen. I'm just going to lead the 10 for a second, and I'm going to show you all 4 hands. So if I lead the 10, good thing here is now that instead of losing a cheap trick to the 9, that lead of the 10 forced out the king, which is great. So in one sense, actually I might just deal that again so you can see. In one sense, it doesn't actually matter whether we lead the Queen or the 10 or the Jack. Each one is going to have the effect of knocking out either the ace or the king. So if you've got a choice between 4th highest, which would be the 6, or the top of a sequence, definitely better to lead the top of a sequence, or to lead a card from the sequence. Definitely better to lead from the sequence, because it just helps to drive out the opposition's high cards. It doesn't seem to matter whether you lead the Queen, Jack, or the 10. Each one is going to have the same effect. And if you were declarer, it really wouldn't matter. You could lead anyone you want to. By leading the Queen, that gives a special message as the defenders. That's how you can communicate with your partner. We lead the top of a sequence to tell partner that we've got that sequence. So when I lead the Queen of Hearts, it tells partner that I've also got the Jack. Yep. And what else? What else does the Queen do? Tells partner I've got the Jack and probably the 10. What else does it do? It says I've got the Jack and either the 10 or the 9, and it also denies the king. Right, that's it. So top of a sequence denies the card above. This time it's the same option, and I'm on lead again. This time I don't have a sequence. So I'm going to lead a low card. And when I lead a low card, I'm telling my partner I've got at least one honor in the suit, but I do not have a sequence. And what I'm hoping now is that I'm hoping my partner is going to have an honor in that suit. We normally lead the 4th highest, and we always lead low, promising an honor, but it's normally the fourth highest. I want to cover that a little bit later. We'll come on to that another time. The most important thing is that the low card promises an honor. What about this one? Again, same option. And this time, again, I'm going to lead a heart. Dominic R is saying, does a sequence have to be 3 cards? Three's great, but 3 with a gap is also okay. So, for example, Queen Jack 10 is good. Queen Jack 9 is also good enough as a sequence. Queen Jack 8, not so good. With Queen Jack 8, you'd want to lead a low card. Okay, what about this one? South's longest suit is hearts. Eleanor, sure, yeah, top of an interior sequence is fine too. What are we going to lead this time? This time we've got 8, 6, 5, 3 of hearts, and I've chosen to lead a heart because it's my longest suit. Which heart are we going to lead? And I know we've got 4 of them. So the 3 would be the 4th highest heart. Problem with the 3 is that if we lead a low card promising an honor, well, partner's going to think we've got an honor. Okay, so when we lead the lowest card or 4th highest, it's really got to have an honor in it. We can't lead top of a sequence because we don't have a sequence. We can't lead the low card because we don't have an honor. So we've got to lead a high card. And there's 2 ways to go about this. One is you could simply lead the 8, top of nothing or top of rubbish or whatever you want to call it. Some people also like to lead the 2nd highest card in this situation. It's still a high card so that so partner knows that you don't have an honor, but it kind of saves the 8 for later. That 8 might be an important card. So you can choose with your partnership. You can either lead top of nothing like this, like the 8 here, or you might choose to lead the 6. You might have heard of the expression middle up down. People think of that as from a 3-card suit sometimes, but it works here too. We're leading a middle-ish card. We're leading this. Next time we'd play the 8, and then next time we play the 5. Just the most important thing is that we don't lead the 3. You and your partner can decide whether you're going to lead the 6 or the 8. Okay, so now this is getting good now because we've looked at 3 different combinations of heart suit. Each time we had a 4-card suit. After choosing the suit, now we can carefully select which card, and that helps give partner the right message about that suit. There are some situations where you might lead a doubleton. Now, doubleton is a 2-card suit. So here I'm going to pass 1 heart, 1 spade from partner, 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps, pass, pass, pass. So now you'll be thinking, well, yep, I'm going to lead spades because it's my partner's suit. What else is there? What other reason? What's the underlying principle here? We're not just leading suit because partner bid it to keep partner happy. What's the underlying principle about that we're always trying to achieve when we lead, if we choose to lead a spade? Always come back to that. Well, we're in no trumps, so we're in no trumps here. So short suiting ourselves isn't going to be so much help. We're in a no trump contract. Yes, we're going to lead partner's suit, but I really encourage you to come back to this underlying core principle again and again and again. We're leading spades because it's the suit we are most likely to have lengthen between the 2 hands. Always trying to picture our hand plus picture partner's hand. And although spades is our shortest suit, partner's shown length in spades. So let's lead the spade. And I'm going to lead the 9 because when you have a 2-card suit, it doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what the suit is. It could be 3-2 or 9-3, anything. Anytime you've got a 2-card suit, let's lead the top card. And partner's very happy now because he's just going to be able to rattle off all those spades. Okay, how are we going so far? We're all good? What am I going to throw here? I hope this will all be making sense. What we've got next is I've got something a bit more of a challenge. Now we're getting into the interesting stuff. Here we go. This one's going to perhaps knock a few socks off. One diamond, I'm going to pass. And you might choose to bid 2 spades there. That's okay. Just for this hand, just for the example hand, I'm going to pass. 3 no trumps, pass, pass, and I'm going to pass. And I want you to think very carefully about this lead this time. So certainly we're going to lead a spade because, well, no, let's just go through the thinking. We're leading a spade not just because partner bid the suit. That's not really the core reason. That's not really the fundamental reason why we're leading a spade. We're leading a spade because that's probably the suit we have the greatest combined length in. And I can see this is good. I like it. Some of you have said we've got everything covered. We've got some saying middle up down. We've got some for the 3s and we've got some for the kings. Okay. I'm going to play this hand twice. And first I'm going to show, well, no, sorry, before I do, some people want to lead the king of spades because it unblocks the suit. That's a good reason. And some people want to play the king of spades because it's the top card in partner's suit. They always lead the top card in partner's suit. Let's try that and see what happens. So I'm going to play the king of spades. Good, good, good. That's great. And doesn't matter too much now. Technically, the correct card now is the 9 of spades because I've got 2 left. And partner wins the ace. Cool, that's great. And the suit's unblocked for the unblockers. That's really good. Well, that's disappointing. It started off good, but now it's disappointing. That's really annoying because now East has won the queen of spades. And we've lost a trick to the queen of spades. Leading the king of spades was good because it unblocked the suit, and it was good because it told partner what we had in the suit, but unfortunately we lost a trick to the queen of spades. I'm going to redeal this. And this time I'm going to, so it's the same option, it's the same hand. Mark is saying partner could have ducked the second round. That's true, Mark. But again, if partner had ducked the second round, East still would have won the queen of spades. So it doesn't matter what happens. As soon as I lead the king of spades, East has got a guaranteed trick with the queen of spades, either on the second trick or the third trick. I'm going to lead the 3 of spades this time. Now that's much better. Now my king captures the queen and I've still got a spade left. It wouldn't have done East any good to play a low spade because then North's jack would have won. Yes, I would have won the third trick with the king, but I can still get back to partner's hand. I'm going to show you, in fact, I'm going to show you both. Let me take a look at both, at all 4 hands. This is really important, and this, I know there's a lot of this situation causes a bit of tension, I know. Some people say you must lead partners the top of partner's suit. But in fact, you can see we're giving away a trick when we do that. As soon as I lead the king, East plays small, and that guarantees a trick for the Queen of Spades. But by leading the 3 of Spades, Daria is saying if we duck, we're blocked. That's true, but we can still get over to partner's hand with the Ace of Hearts. You can try this hand yourselves later. Bajir will send you the links. Play it as many times as you like. And I promise you that if you lead the King of Spades, declarer will make this contract. If you lead a low spade, declarer will go down. The King of Spades would be promising the Queen. It's just the normal stuff. I mean, when you're leading, it doesn't matter if you're leading partner's suit. I really recommend that you just stick to the normal leading, low from an honor, top of a sequence, top of a doubleton, and even if maybe you're thinking, well, partner needs to know I've got the king. If you lead a low card here, if I lead the 3 of Spades, partner knows I've got an honor anyway. So either way, it gives the message. Keep it simple, Anthony. Quite right. Low from an honor. Okay, so now we've got all the tools. We've got all our tools. We know we're trying to attack the longer suit, and we know which card we should be leading to help communicate, to help give the right message to partner. We've still got to think. I'm going to give you another hand. And 1 heart pass, 1 spade, pass, 2 clubs, 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps, pass, 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 and it's our lead. What are we going to lead here? Have a think about this one for a second. Angela's talking about the last hand. How would I need to know to play a partner would. I'm sure you'd figure it out, Angela. I think if you play the hand again, you'll work out. All right, so we've got a few choices here. Let me ask you this question. If we always fall back on leading, we're trying to find the suit that we've got most of between the 2 hands. That's always your guiding principle. Whenever you're stuck, you're trying to find the suit you've got most of between the 2 hands. That's one thing. And the second thing here is we've got a 4-card spade suit. Spades is our best suit. So we've got 2 conflicting things going on here, and this is really good because you're all saying different leads. This is great. But come back. So there's 2 things going on. There's two principles we've got in our head. One is we want to lead our longer suit because that's what we've been taught. That's what gets drummed into us. Lead your longer suit. But the second thing, and I think the first thing, is that we're trying to find the suit that we've got most of between the 2 hands. The suit that we've got most of between the 2 hands is what? Is it going to be spades? Is spades going to be the suit we've got most of between the 2 hands? It's probably not. Tell me why. Why is spades? What's the problem with leading spades? The problem with leading spades is East bids spades. So what we're doing by leading a spade is we're not setting up our longest suit. We're actually setting up declarer's longest suit. So I know this does create tension, but you've got to think of this as you've got two conflicting bits of advice here. One, lead your longest suit. Two, don't set up declare as long suit, or try and establish our longest suit. Spades is not going to be our longest suit. We've got the ace king of spades. Those are our cards to regain the lead with. Now, having said all this, leads are they're always a bit of a guess anyway. So we're aiming to get it right more often than wrong. I'm going to lead a diamond because I think it's West is bid hearts and East is bid spades and West is bid clubs, and so I'm going to lead a diamond because it's the unbid suit. Right. Which diamond am I going to lead? If I'm going to lead a diamond, how can I lead a diamond? Because partner's going to, if I lead a diamond, partner will think I've got a long diamond suit and partner will return my diamonds. And I don't want that. How can I tell my partner I'm just leading a diamond because it's the unbid suit? Well, if I lead a low diamond, I know the 6 isn't very low, but if I lead the 6 of diamonds, that's my lowest diamond. So partner will think I've got length in diamonds. And partner will think I've got an honor in diamonds. There's two choices here. You could lead the 7, middle up down, or you could lead the 8, top of nothing. Either one, it just depends on your partnership agreement. Either one's fine. Discuss it with your partner. What you shouldn't be doing is leading the 6. Lead the 8 or the 7, and partner will know you're simply leading the unbid suit, and partner can then make his own mind up. Right, let's try this one. This is actually, oh, well, no, I'm not going to say anything. Let's try this one. Does that option look familiar? Same option as last hand, because we've swapped it around. Now, what's going on here? What's going on here? Take a look at this hand, and what's going to happen? Partners. So let me just quickly review the option here. 1 heart from East, 1 spade from West, 2 clubs, 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps. And partner has led the 8 of diamonds. What do you think that lead's all about from North? What's that lead mean? Could that be low diamond promising an honor? Could that be North's 4th highest diamond? Well, it could be, but if it's North's 4th highest diamond, that would mean that North had King, Jack, 10, 8, and West bid 2 no trumps. Would West bid 2 no trumps without any diamonds? Probably not. So that's probably not North's 4th highest diamond. And certainly if North had, well, I don't think it's North's 4th highest diamond, because I think West would have at least 1 diamond on it. So it can't be North's 4th highest diamond. Could North be leading top of nothing? Why would North lead a diamond if North didn't have anything in diamonds? Why would North do that? Why would North play a diamond on this auction? Dominic saying West has got the king. Yeah, West has probably got the jack and the 10 too. Michael's saying North has spades. Yeah, unbid suit. Right. Cool. This is good. Ah, really great. You guys are awesome. We know just because North has led a diamond, I'm sure if you took this hand down to your local bridge club or played it online or what have you, most people here would win the ace of diamonds and return a diamond. That would be just the normal thing they do, because we're going to always return partner suit. I'm not going to. Let's win the ace of diamonds. We suspect that North has led top of nothing. Look at this. Why didn't North lead a spade? Because West had bid spades. And that contract is one down. I'm just going to quickly redeal this so you can take a look at all four hands. Now look at that. If North had led spades, if North had led the 6 of spades, Declarer's queen would have won. And then Declarer would have made all those heart tricks and all those club tricks. If North had led the ace king of spades, the Declarer would have made that contract. The only way to defeat this contract is if North leads a diamond, leads a high diamond, South wins the ace of diamonds, recognizes that North has led the unbid suit, recognizes that North has led a high diamond, top of nothing, South wins the ace of diamonds and switches to a spade. Man, that's all. Imagine pulling that one off at the club. Wow. Right. That would be so cool to actually do that at the table. But you can do that. You can do that if you get out of the habit of just playing on autopilot. Okay. Always be trying to think where are our combined assets. Very cool. Okay. I've got one more hand for you to play. But before we do that, I think we've just got a few minutes to take a few questions. And let me quickly just talk about what I'd like to do next week. Now, we do have one more hand to play. So just hold that thought for a second. Next week, I want to continue with this theme. Instead of focusing on the defense, as we've been doing here, switch seats and start thinking about declarer. You know, when dummy comes down and you're declarer and you're supposed to make a plan and plan ahead and count your winners and losers and stuff, it's really hard. So what I want to do, follow up with, is show you how you can take the same fundamental principles as declarer and just develop those extra tricks. So I think we can just take just a couple of questions, and I'll see how we go here.
Just happening to, while you guys might be typing in your questions, I just want to make sure everyone knows where they can usually find Graeme. Graeme is, he made skybridgeclub.com, which you can visit, and I think it's the friendliest place to play online. It's just a really lovely, supportive, funny group of people playing there. And so if you haven't yet, be sure to check it out. It's very welcoming. They'll put you right at ease. And if you're enjoying hearing from Graeme, you'll hear more from him there. And then also, I just want to let you know where you can sign up for his ongoing classes at learnbridgeonline.com. And we would love to see you next week and the week after that. If you have any questions, you can always email me directly at hello@learnbridgeonline.com with any questions you have about any of the classes taught at LBO, but especially for you guys, you might be interested in Graeme. So any questions you have, please let me know. Here's a question from Dominic.
Does low lead promises and honor apply in a suit contract or only in no trumps? Right. Yeah, good question. The low lead promises an honor in both situations. This is something I think sometimes people get, there's this thing about no trumps and suit contracts as if they're different. They're the same thing. No trumps and suits are the same. If you lead low from an honor, that's helpful as whatever the contract is. If I can just continue that theme, even the fourth highest lead thing, people say, fourth highest against no trumps. Well, we'll look more at the fourth highest lead thing and how that works later. But fourth highest against a suit contract is also effective. You want to be communicating in any contract. So yeah, stick with the same leading system for sure. Sally's asked, I see Sally has asked there, can you lead away from an ace and no trumps? Yeah, you can for sure, Sally. If you lead away from an ace, which just means leading a suit with leading a small card in a suit that you've got the ace in, it's fine to do that, because as soon as you get the lead back, you'll still be able to make a trick with that ace, which you might not be able to do in a suit contract. Yep. Okay, gosh,
just a quick housekeeping questions. Judith, next week's class is Thursday, same time as today's. Thank you for asking about that. And Anita, will this lesson be recorded? Yes, the replay video will be available. You can actually watch it as soon as this event ends. You can find it right at the same URL. But if you make sure that you're on the LBO newsletter, I will send out a link along with the video you can replay, as well as a couple hands that you can play as well. Thank you for asking that.
That's a good question from Peter, but we'll skip over that one, Peter. Okay, look, I've so many questions. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to cover them all, but I'd really like you to have a go at this one last hand, because I think it's a really great hand. I'm not going to say anything. Now, if you can, I think Bajir's going to send you a link just now. If you can click the link, if you've already registered at Skybridge Club, just click the link that Bajir's going to send you and go ahead and play the hand. You're going to be defending, just going to be passing, and you need to defend. If that link doesn't work or you haven't registered at Skybridge Club, please don't worry about it. It's I'm going to play the hand on the screen anyway, so come and watch me play, and I'm going to pull it up here. This is an awesome hand, and you can do it. So, as I said, go ahead. If you are playing this hand, that's great. Go for your life. If you're not playing it, then let's just follow it through with me here. So Easter's open one spade. I'm going to pass. Don't worry too much about. Don't worry about the opposition bidding. They're just bidding naturally. 2 diamonds, 4 diamonds. That jump shows a strong hand with diamonds. Pass. 6 spades. Whoa! Love that auction. Pass. Now it's your lead. It's our lead. What are we going to lead? How are we going to defeat this contract? This is a good planning. This is a good planning exercise. How are we going to defeat this contract? I guess North can't have many spades, can he? Oh, you guys are good. How many spades has North got? Can't be so many. Couple maybe, 3 maybe, 2. How many hearts has North got? North must have a fair few hearts, right? Because East and West have bid hearts, haven't bid hearts. And North must have a fair few clubs too, because East and West are bidding clubs. North doesn't have much in diamonds, does he? No, he doesn't have much in diamonds. Good. I like all these answers coming through. Let's try this one. How many diamonds does North have? How many diamonds does North actually have, do you think? Well, West has got at least 4, and East has got at least 4. So North must have 1 diamond at the most. Could be, Mark saying, could be void, right? Let's go. Let's play a diamond, and we'll give partner a rough. I'm going to lead the... Actually, it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to lead the 5 just because... that's disappointing. North had 1. Okay. Second challenge. East has led the 6 of spades. What are we going to do now? So we've got... Second hand plays low, right? East has led the 6 of spades. We're just going to follow those rules. Second hand plays low, third hand plays high. What's going to happen if we play a low spade? Right, good. I love all these answers coming through. So good. Well done, everybody. Really good. We're going to win the ace of spades immediately while North still has a spade left. And how many diamonds has North got now? It's got to be none. Isn't that great? I love that hand. And everyone, really well done. That's really great. So important to think and use the auction. Use the auction to help you plan the defense. Cool. Really nice. Well done, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. So great to see you all here tonight. Thank you,
Graeme. Thank you, everyone. With any questions, reach out, learnbridgeonline.com. You can play at skybridgeclub.com, and we hope to see you next week. Thank you again, Graeme. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks all. Good night.